Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We're from Group 3, Quality System KKI class, and here's our presentation regarding customer satisfaction improvement through the mic approach, a study case in Java Corporation. Next. And here's our group members. Next. And here's our table of content. Okay, so here are the profile of Java Corporation. So from here, we can see the overview of the company. Java Corp is a manufacturing company that produces paper cups and used by other enterprises such as food, beverages, and catering company. They're located in Jakarta, and Java Corp have two manufacturing concepts. First, make to order and make to stock in some products. Their supplier for paper and plastic comes from Surabaya and Semarang, and some of their consumers are KFC, McD, Starbucks, and so on. Next. Okay, moving on to the voice of customer. From here, we can identify their needs. So compared to 2019, the customer dissatisfaction percentage has increased from 45% to 59% in 2020. So with the products issues as the main contributor with 73%. Then we can see from the customer feedback, there are some cases such as receiving unsealed packaging, stock out, and did not receive refund for defect products. And which mean Java Corp needs standardized products and always having in-stock products and giving compensation that can be achieved by having quality products, a well-thought PPIC, and having excellent services. Next. Okay, then we translate the voice of customer into critical to quality 3, and with the needs being having high quality of products and services. So the first key driver is having high quality products with the CT key. The cups do not bend, leak, color of the cup pane do not fades, and packaging seal not broken. And the standardized products. Next key driver is having well-thought PPIC with the ACD key, making sure the raw materials from supplier is in stock and good communication between sales and production division. And the last key driver is having excellent services with CTE giving compensation to the reformed cup receiver, making sure the order is always in stock. Next. Next, we have the CPOC. So here we can see that the Java Corp have a paper and plastic supplier from Surabaya and Semarang, with their input being paper and plastic. And the process include coating, printing paper, cutting cup shape, making of body and bottom of the cup, heating, fold and sealing, rolling of each, checking and packaging, and with the output being paper cup, and the customer are food, catering, beverages, and catering company. Next. And here are the process map from start to end. Next. So next is the project charter that serves a tool to outline the problem and situation of the project. So the problem statement is the increased number of dissatisfaction percentage with the products from 45% in 2019 up to 59% in 2020, with the product issues as the major contributor with 73%. And the problem scoping with this project will be overlooking the production activity and the quality of the products to increase customer satisfaction. And the business case is maintaining high levels of customer satisfaction is crucial for the success for any business. Therefore, this project is dedicated to identifying and addressing customer needs in order to enhance Java Corp's customer satisfaction levels. And the last is the goal statement, which increase customer satisfaction rate and decrease number of production error. Next.
Okay. Next, here we can see the Pareto chart below, so we can determine which part to focus. We provide a Pareto based on number of defects from 2020 and 2021. It shows that the majority of defects is contributed by paper cup leaks, cup easily out of order, and the packaging seal broken down. Next. And for this Pareto is based on defect cost, which also shows that majority of defects is contributed by these three factors. Those include paper cup leaks, cup easily out of order, and the packaging seal broken down.
The next measurement that we also did is the defect per million opportunities, or DPMO, and process sigma. DPMO is a metric used to measure process performance by quantifying the number of defects or errors in the process per million opportunities. While process sigma, on the other hand, is a statistical measure that reflects the level of process capability and indicates how well a process is performing within the defined specification, with higher sigma values indicating better process performance and lower variation. And in our case, there are 6 defect opportunities and 450,000 inspected samples of cups. And the defect percentage is 72.93%, with defect total quantity of around 321,000, and percentage of yield of 27.07%. And then our DPMO result is around 121,000, and our process sigma value is 0.88. This indicates the quality level is relatively low and needs improvement. Next. And then we also calculated the process sigma value per month during the 2020 period that resulted with process sigmas ranging from 0.13 to 2.26 from the month of March to June. And the low value and inconsistency in the process sigma value suggests a lack of control over the process, leading to potential defects and errors in the output. Next.
Using the fishbone analysis, we managed to link most problems into a single source. The time taken to process a requisition figure PO is too long. So there are 5 factors, which are environments, measurements, materials, machines, methods, and also people. The circle item supersedes the issues that likely needs more attention than others. Hence, we got 5 potential root causes, which already presented in this slide.
Okay, so after the fishbone, there are other possible root causes that can be analyzed using the scatter plot chart. During the data analysis we did during the time to cut and paper quality, we have analyzed that the longer it takes to cut the paper, the quality of the paper tends to be lower overall. Now, to do this, to improve on our quality, we will need to focus on reducing cutting times as well as analyzing other sources. Next. Next, we have analyzed the paper quality and the start time of our process. The quality of the paper can also be impacted when the cutting process begins. During earlier time, such as 6 a.m., the paper quality seems to be higher compared to 6 p.m., which has a very low paper quality. This means that towards the end, the paper quality seems to decrease overall. Next. Next is the analysis between the paper quality and the setup time. The setup time also affects the quality of our paper. When the changeover or setup time is shorter, the paper quality tends to be better. Next. And other possible root causes are with the time. We compared the time to cut paper and the time to start, as well as the time to cut paper with other data. Based on these two, we can say that as the start time gets later, the setup time to cut the paper seems to be longer.
From the fishbone and the fitted line plot analysis above, we would like to propose 2 solutions. They are the machine replacement and also the electrical facility improvement.
Okay, so these are the alternative solutions. We have 6 alternatives. The first one is do nothing. The second one is high quality paper cup machine. The third one is automatic paper cup machine. The fourth one is electrical facility improvement. And the fifth one is, which is the 2E, high quality paper cup machine plus electrical facility improvement. And the 3E is automatic paper cup machine plus electrical facility improvement. And these are the following are some of the advantages and disadvantages of each of the existing alternative solutions. More high quality and faster and mass produced for the production, 1.6 times faster for the high quality paper cup machine and 3 times faster for the automatic cup machine. and it could reduce the weekly defect by 10% for the high quality and 4% for the automatic machine. And it could also reduce staffs by 80% and reduce the chance of out of stock. While for the disadvantages, it requires moderate upgrade and very high upgrade. And it could also lose around 10 million rupiah for the high quality and around 60 million rupiah for the automatic machine. And there's a chance of shutting down the company because of the electrical improvement. And the investment cost is $7,500 for the high quality and $60,000 for the automatic. And it has improvement cost for the electrical.
So now we're analyzing each of the alternatives and combination where business as usual have defect quantity, cost, total sales, BC ratio, and sigma level as follows. However, this strategy does not result in additional production quantity and also saving cost, indicating a less effective strategy to implement. Next slide. In the alternative 2, the defect quantity and the cost decrease by 93% with relatively high defect reduction, additional production quantity, and low implementation cost. It has moderate electricity upgrade requirement. Next slide.
For alternative 3, which is the automatic paper cup machine, the defect quantity and defect cost decreased by 96.3%, with an employee replacement of 80%, minimum staff to be trained of 20%, and also an electricity upgrade requirement that is very high. And for alternative E, which is electrical facility improvement, the defect quantity and defect cost does not decrease, so it's at 0%, and it does not require any employee replacement, minimum staff to be trained, nor electricity upgrade requirement.
For the alternative to E, the defect quantity and cost decreased by 93% with 0% replacement and 100% of minimum staff to be trained, while the electricity upgrade requirement is moderate. Then for the alternative 3E, the defect quantity and the cost decreased by 96.3% with the 80% replacement and 20% of minimum staff to be trained, while the electricity upgrade requirement is very high.
Here we rank best to worst alternatives according to the number of sales, defect cost, additional production, sigma level, implementation cost, and BC ratio. So from the results shown on the screen, alternative 3A dominates the qualifications. Hence, alternative 3E is the best alternative among all other alternatives. Next slide.
Next, we also strengthen the matrix that we presented before, so the criterias, along with the alternatives using expert choice analysis. And according to the results, the best alternative for Java Corporation is 3E, which is automatic paper cup machine and electrical facility improvement.
From the comparison table provided with data on each specifications written, the improvements by implementing an alternative 3E could be seen by 0.6 increase on sigma level, 96.3% decrease on the defect cost, 85.57% increase on total sales, around 31 trillion increase in saving cost, and also 24.84 increase in BC ratio. Next.
Okay, everyone. So next one we have control. The first one we have control chart, and my name is Olia Shafa. The key takeaways in this is the control chart are both scenarios indicate that the weekly quantity defect are within acceptable limit. Despite the quantity defect, line fluctuate above the maximum allowed defect. Additionally, there is a notable improvement in alternative 3E, where the quantity defect have decreased and 15 data points fall below the maximum defect threshold. Now we have FMA for the control chart. The solution we propose there is two, which is the machine replacement and electrical facility improvement. And as we see here, it turns out there is a very high score in this
can't meet the expected demand production from the machine replacement, which is 175. And because of this, the details about the operation must be specified for the machine, for the operator, so the effect of it doesn't gonna be a crucial one. Moving on, in the control chart, we have first matrix diagram. In this matrix, we have 5 first, which is protest from employee, the action will be allowed. The machine breakdown, the action will be avoided. The low adaptability of employee will be allowed. The unbalanced supply of demands will be avoided. The possibility of defect products passing QC will be accepted. And this is the matrix. We have almost a certain, likely, possible, and etc. Now, the action of gun chart for the control is very crucial. The activity that we have is electrical installment in January, replacement with automatic paper machine in January also, training period in January, production start date in second term of January, and then the regular maintenance in all of the rest of the year, and then survey period, which is in July, and feedback evaluation in July.
Okay, so for the conclusion, based on our analysis, the best choice for Java Corporation is to implement the automatic paper cup machine and the electrical installation. And by implementing this alternative, Java Corps will have several improvements, such as improving its signal levels, defect cost, total sales, saving cost, and also BC ratio. And thus, this will ultimately benefit Java Corporation as it leads to the reduction of defect costs, high saving cost and BC ratio, and also high overall service rate. However, implementing this alternative will surely come with risks that must be avoided, mainly the machine breaking down and also the unbalanced supply and demand. So this is actually it from our group. Thank you so much for listening. We hope that you gained something from our presentation. And this is a little quote from Michael Leboeuf, which states that a satisfied customer is the best business strategy of all. You can also access our data processing in this Google Drive that's presented on the screen. Thank you.